This is my friend Grace, and she's going to tell us about her conversion van. So tell us how you decided on that for a vehicle, and just show us your setup.
I like the idea of a van setup because everything is just all contained. I did take classes, before I got my van, I did take classes about learning how to back up a fifth wheel or a travel trailer or anything like that. And so I was prepared for whatever I ended up deciding on. This van, right place, right time. The family that had her before me loved her and specifically wanted their family to go on adventures. Well, that tied into my favorite word, adventure.
Adventure.
And the font that I chose tells a lot about me because the arrows point to all the places that I want to go, and it's everywhere. I want to and get to because of my adventure van. Adventure everywhere.
Love it. I love hearing stories. Okay.
And so I chose Home Sweet Home for my little saying or what have you. And one other thing before we go inside.
Yeah.
My son did such a good job that this is just a regular van. It does not have electrical hookup. But if you have created family and friends, they can make a big difference in your life. So my son had rolled up the carpet, ran a cord, and replaced the carpet, put it through the engine compartment, and I have an electrical cord that secretly comes out right down here so I can actually hook up to the electric pole. So I have access to electricity. And if we come inside the adventure van, open this up. Of course, Home Sweet Home again. And that cord comes out just underneath one of my seats, and so I can plug in all that I want. My husband built me a stand for my air conditioning unit so I can stay nice and comfortable. Of course, you gotta have trees, decorations. I love nature. My grandfather introduced me to camping when I was a kid, so my husband repainted this so it kind of looks a little closer to the inside of the van. So I have my grandfather's start with camping with me right there. And so my favorite things is my organization and storage in the back. Show this. Of course, just like with anything else, trying to stay lightweight. I chose plastic for my drawers. I always keep my library, so lots of fun books, lots of interesting things to learn. And all my setup gear, tools. Of course, you gotta have your homemade fire starters.
And that's dryer lint and wax.
Dryer lint, wax, and toilet paper rolls. Things that you would normally throw away.
Yeah.
So simply repurposing things for another use and giving them life again. I love that. All my kitchen gadgets and things like that in here. So
Show your little cooking thing that you use.
Oh, yeah. And so what I really like about my setup is most of the things that I have, there's very few things that I paid retail for. Most of it has been either given to me or I got really inexpensively. You know, I have lots of different options for cooking. So I like Dutch oven cooking, I like pie iron cooking. But just for this particular camp out, I did something a little smaller where I have this little pot that I can hook up to electricity, and since my son hooked me up with electricity, I can just plug that in, put soup.
And then it also can plug into a cigarette lighter. Yeah,
Yep,
nice.
Absolutely. And it doesn't take too terribly long to cook it up, but I mean, you're camping, you don't have to be in a hurry.
Right, awesome.
So yeah, lots of fun stuff, lots of options.
And one of the great things about being able to hook up to the electrical post is that you can run a what?
My air conditioner inside.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's pretty sweet.
Gotta have that. Gotta have
Which one
that.
first?
This one first. And yeah.
So she has an actual air conditioner in here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah.
Well,
I think you
it's
can
inside,
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Now, it already had blinds in it, but of course, like you saw earlier, I still wanted to put up, a little more pizzazz in there, so I've got the tree line in there. So, yay! This is
Anything
my
else you want to
adventure
show
van.
us inside?
Yeah.
Oh,
if
that's
you wanna
it.
Go back inside.
Did you have any? Was it difficult for you to start doing this? Were you scared to do it, or?
No, actually, I love planning and getting ideas and changing things up and improving them. So I actually got it in November 2 years ago. And so I really couldn't do a whole lot with it because it was November. I had to just keep it in storage. And so I just had this notebook, all these ideas that just kept coming to me. And I got a lot of Facebook camping sites, and so I started jotting down all those ideas, and then more ideas started coming to me. So by the time the weather got nice, I could start implementing all these new ideas, and once I had things set up, well, then I could change it again. Just like you rearrange the furniture at your own house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go inside. So what I did, just to give me a little bit extra room, and as you can see, there's enough room for a table and a table and chair in here. So I took out the middle seat, so I have room for that. And because there is metal from where the seats were taken out, that's why I've got this little extra padding, so it's easy to get around there. The back bench seat I kept, that electronically folds down to about a full-size bed with the extra attachment that I have folded up. It can actually be a queen-size bed, but for just me, I've got plenty of room. So I've got my bed pushed back there, so this is kind of like my couch, and I'm just sitting here too.
I love your trash can and your little cooler. That's what you use to store your food.
Yes, that little trash can right there. I've got little bags already rolled up in here, and so I've got my trash can up and out of the way. I like a lot of solar power options, so this way I can just let it charge during the day and then use it at night. So gotta have my ice machine. And of course, safety, gotta have your fire extinguisher. And this is something that I learned is a really good thing to have, is just, there's moisture collects more than you even realize, so these are really good. This is a great find at some of those dollar stores, where if you buy a case of them, they're less expensive.
It's much
Than
cheaper
buying the
than
bigger
my
ones.
buying on Amazon. That was much
Right.
cheaper.
Of course, my commode, I have that set up over there. It folds to only about 2 inches high. I love it. It makes a really nice home away from home.
That's awesome. Thank you, Grace, for showing us your home.
Yeah.
It's awesome. You've done a really nice job on it.
Oh, well, thank
So thank you. Happy travels.
Thanks.